I would never do that at a house party, but maybe like in my underwear, like alone in my own apartment. You never laser jousted alone in your underwear?
How
in
do
your
you
own apartment?
joust by yourself? I don't want to answer to that question. No.
That's why Remy's trying to get away right now.
No, not like this. I didn't see it, Lady Gaga and the rest of the football game. Obviously, you're going to be there to watch the commercials. Obviously, they're the ones that are really good. They get talked about all the times, like the Clydesdale ones for Budweiser, or the Puppy Monkey Baby for what was it, Mountain Dew Kickstarter last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Either they're so bad you remember them, or they're so good you remember them. And keep in mind, for people that work in the advertisement field, Gertz and Corgi Lover over here, like they are the ones that design some of this stuff. And if a commercial is good, you can probably convince a few people to buy that product. That's what the main goal is. Those Old Spice commercials got me to use this shit exclusively.
Yeah.
Got like Terry Crews is losing his fucking mind, and I'm down with this. I don't know who made this, but it's chaos and it controlled, basically.
Yeah.
So I enjoy those. But like, at the Super Bowl, those commercials cost millions of dollars to get on air. And, maybe what was the last good video game one we had?
Last good video game.
I remember there was one that was great, and it was weird because I saw it in church. It was Dante's Inferno.
Oh yeah.
The one with where they were playing. Is it not Bill Withers? What's Buddy? No, it is Bill Withers. Ain't no sun. God, I'm pulling up the commercial now. God damn it.
The last really good video game commercial I remember was the PlayStation one. I think it was called Michael, where it was all the characters talking about like this great like god in their life, and turns out it's just the kid Michael who's the one playing all their games. I thought that one was really cool.
That was a good one.
And Halo 3 had a really cool campaign where they had a couple spots where it was like old war veterans talking about. At first, you're thinking about like the way they're talking like real wars, and then they mentioned the chief, and you're like, oh, and then it shows like the old weapons from the games as like artifacts. I thought that was really cool too.
Okay, yeah, man, and keep in mind they can be pretty well. And this is the one I was talking about right here that I saw in church with the devil popping up on it.
Sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's this house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away.
I'm sitting there watching it in church. I'm like, looking around. I want to play this. Don't tell the preacher. He'll kill me.
Trap.
I know what this is. But yes, people, there are good Super Bowl commercials, and like Gert said, there was the one with Michael, and they're talking about Master Chief. Then you had the Dante's Inferno one. But now, people, here is Nintendo's, I guess, foray into their Super Bowl commercial this year. The question is, are you a believer? And I fucking hate Imagine Dragons. I'm so tired of hearing they shit. I'm sorry. I can't stand. Radioactive especially. Radioactive and everything else that's been in FIFA or any other fucking YA novel movie that's come out in the past 5 years has Imagine Dragons all over it, and it pisses me the fuck off. But I digress. Let me ask you, Gertz, and Juice, if you'd like to come on, you're more than welcome to bring your child.
Bring Remy.
I don't know if you're going to fit in that chair, because, you got it. There you go.
Remy, chill.
But yeah, Remy, don't lose your fucking mind. I'll keep you away from the coffee because you're crazy. You can turn the camera just a little bit. Yes. My big old bit. Yes. There we go. There we go. He's just like, no, I'm not a star. I'm not a star, guys. For people that work in advertisement, Gertz, I'll start with you first. What do you think?
I think it's effective, if not necessarily creatively interesting, if that makes sense.
It doesn't.
Yeah. Well, it shows all the features that this thing has, and it shows what's different about it compared to its competitors. There's a big emphasis on showing people in the same room playing with one another, and they also make a point to show a good variety of games and the different controller options. So it does a good job of showing the features of it and what makes it unique. But creatively, it's just kind of like, meh. There's nothing about it that's like, oh, wow, I really got to get this. But I do think it will work.
Okay.
I think this is effective advertising, if not necessarily inspired advertising.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because you already said like you thought the Michael one was done well, and that one didn't really show any kind of gameplay. It was just kind of like a story thing, and then you find out it's PlayStation, or like the one with Master Chief. It's kind of shown like a legit war vet movie. Do you think the Nintendo went the right route instead of going more meta with it instead of and decided to show gameplay?
With this, actually, it makes a lot of business sense to do what they did, I think, just because this is a new product and it's something that they are really trying to make feel different just by the name Switch. They really want this to feel truly unique. And this is going to be the first time that a lot of people have even seen this.
Right.
There are a lot of people that are going to be watching the Super Bowl who haven't been following this the way we have. So I could see people like that getting excited about this. So in that case, and yeah, I think this was probably a smart move to show all these features so much. But I guess like part of me just would have liked to see them do something interesting, a little bit more interesting, have a little bit of a twist in it, like the way the Michael spot did.
Okay, so you want like actually something more interesting than just showing, hey, here's people playing it and here's the game.
Yeah, something that tickles your brain, that makes you go like, oh, that was smart, or I didn't see that coming.
See, people, that's some shit of Psycho Killers. Tickle your brain. I'm not even feeding him these lines. They just come out of him.
You know that feeling, right? When you see something that like the way a commercial can make you laugh or catches you off guard in a good way. It's like, oh, they talk to me like I was like a person, not like I'm just some I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Just a consumer, which is a term I don't even like using, just because when you start using that word, like as if you work in advertising, once you start using that word, in my opinion, you're building up a wall between you and the people that you're trying to talk to. So you're ultimately trying to convince these people to give you money. You might want to start talking to them like they're people.
Juice, what do you think about it, man?
You can definitely tell it's like super safe. They're using like a song that's like super poppy, and people like it's not memorable at all. It's just something like it's something you hear on the radio, and I think it makes a lot of sense to call out the features because, like Gert says, this is the first time most people are going to see this. But I think they're kind of setting it up to in the future they might be able to make more risky moves as like new titles come out, stuff that is more like familiar with people.
Yeah.
Like there's some games on here I saw, I was like, what in the fuck is that? Like
Arms?
they're like jousting, like laser jousting. I'm like, I have no idea what that is, but like I would never do that at a house party, but you know, maybe like in my underwear, like alone in my own apartment. You never laser jousted alone in your underwear?
How do you joust by yourself? I don't want to answer to that question. No.
That's why Remy's trying to get away right now.
So you're saying like they should have brought more attention to the actual features as opposed to just showing like these games that they don't really you don't really understand.
Yeah, it's like even though I see what they're doing on screen, like there's not enough context to tell me exactly what that game does at all.
That's a good point.
I get the motion controls with dancing because those are kind of things that are already established. But as far as like the weird, just like it just showed people like lancing on a screen and just some explosions. But I think that's what builds the intrigue. Like you show it, you can do that, but you don't give too much detail. Like you've got a limited amount of time. But like as someone who like really likes playing video games, I see this and like the instant thing that comes off in my head is like, this feels very forced and fake. It doesn't feel like genuine gaming experience. I think it's really hard to do that anyways because usually if you're playing a video game like this stuff, these things get kind of art directed. Yeah. And usually I want to say like, I guess I can't say this, but it is as being on like photo shoots and things. It's really hard to get like genuine moments when you're like directing this shit. You're like, hey, take this control and look like you're having fun. It's hard for models to get into like that mindset of like. Because I guarantee a lot of these models, like, they're pretty ass people. Like, they probably don't really play video games.
Yeah, that's true. You can tell immediately that these people are not, like, genuinely playing these games. These are models and actors.
For sure.
Okay. I would say I kind of agree with you guys on both fronts. So let me ask you this. This is the deciding question. Did this pique your interest more in getting a Nintendo Switch, Gertz?
No, it didn't. I mean, I still want to get one, but I'm just not in a rush to get one. Like, I want to wait and see how it does.
But does this influence your decision either way? Like when you see this, you're like, all right, I kind of see what you're going with it. Because keep in mind, like there could be something small where like when they came out with their not when they first announced it, but when they came out with it and we saw them the gameplay and everything on stage, but we didn't get to see people actually playing it on stage. Even though that was a minor thing, that does have a big influence on, wow, I don't know if I have, I will put my faith in this or I won't put my faith in it.
Right.
Yeah.
The only thing it did for me is it made me think back, and I think it made me realize I do think this thing is going to launch bigger than I initially thought. Just showing Mario Kart and Zelda together in one commercial for one Super Bowl spot, and that alone, I was like, oh yeah, those games are both going to be available like right at launch. So I think this is going to actually have a bigger launch than I was giving it credit for initially. And I think they also are getting ready to do, I remember seeing a shorter cut of this, a 30-second cut, and it was pretty much just Zelda.
Okay.
So I do think it didn't change my opinion on whether or not I want one, but it did change my opinion on how I think it's going to do when it's launched. I think it's going to do better than I thought.
Okay. And does this make you want to go pick one up now?
It kind of does. I
It's only work. Yeah, you got.
Like I said, for me, I'm more of just like a regular console dude. I don't really mess with, I don't even game on my phone. So for me, I like to sit on my couch and do this. Like I would never, I don't commute. There's really not much chances for me to use this. So for me, I don't have a dog in the fight. So,
Get it?
Just one in your lap.
No, in my lap. But stop
it now. Stop.
But yeah,
Stop.
But yeah, this the thing that kills it for me is I look at this spot, and this is maybe something I'm just like I'm paying attention to because of my big ass hands, but I'm seeing these grown ass men using these. I get I can play I've got a Game Boy Pocket that I can play fine, but I remember having the Wii, and the moment you have a control, you have to grip in your hand. It's a whole different world. Especially with how small these are. I can see someone having big hands like mine, because if you look in these shots where it's just fully grown men playing with this thing, you can hardly see the controller at all.
Yeah.
Their hand is covering the entire thing.
Look
right
at there.
Look at that. I'm worried about that.
This is a jelly bean.
Yeah, when it's connected to the screen, it's easier because your hands can kind of coast off of it, and just your thumbs and fingers are going to hold this. But when you've got to grip that thing, it's I don't know, because even the Wii mode itself, I found myself having to re-grip and adjust as I was playing. So I don't know. We'll have to see.
Okay.
I'll play with Gertz when he gets his on.
Okay.
Not
no,
getting
play
it
with
on
Gertz.
You're gonna get it on launch.
You're getting it on launch. Yeah, you're getting it on launch, man.
I can't even get it now if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and Juice, you're getting compliments in the chat, by the way. Someone says, as a straight man. So you know how this is about to go. As a straight man, I would say Juice is pretty good looking, but corgi. So there you go, Juice.
Matches.
So there you go, Juice. For me, I feel that it's they're trying to do something, obviously to apply to the mass audience. Obviously, we're gonna nitpick it because we're people that play video games all the time, and we have a video game show.
Yeah.
So when we see things like Zelda, and we're like, all right, that's new and cool. But when we see things like ARMS, we're like, oh shit, god damn it, that again. And then when you see
ARMS,
yeah, and then when you see when I see Mario Kart, I'm thinking, well, fuck, I know this isn't the real. A real new Mario Kart. This is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Right.
So
it is.
Gertz is right. When you're seeing this during the Super Bowl, and I don't know if they're gonna show the longer cut or the shorter cut, but when you see Mario Kart, you're like, oh shit, that's a new Mario game because there wasn't a battle mode in the last game I had. No, they just added a new mode to an old game.
Yeah.
So when I see it, I'm like, all right, I can see it from a gamer's perspective, but also a non-gamer's perspective or a casual gamer's perspective. So and there's another thing about this commercial I just find weird. I don't understand why this grown-ass man right here is playing with these kids. It is that
Babysitter.
I don't know, because they all came over on their own accord. Yeah. He's like, I got candy and Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, he
want to come play?
You candy.
Yeah, basically. Look, it's portable now too. So hey, hey.
Got a Nintendo van.
Yeah, God. But yeah, I find that a little weird. But again, that's just me being a weird guy.
No, it's a little weird.
It's odd. He's like so many victims. But yeah, it's something to where, all right. It gives me. I like that they did show off that multiple people playing it, and it wasn't just some a bunch of millennials like it was in the trailer that we had last year.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, hey, I'm looking at my game playing Mario Kart and I see people over on the rooftop over there. Let me go talk to them. Or like, oh, wow, you fell for that?
Hello.
Give them to me. Those delicious points. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Damn.
Jam.
Sugar, if you know what I mean.
Why did the cop pull a gun on her?
Yeah.
He's like, drop the umbrella, bitch. Get in the car. Whoa. What form of fuckery is this? I got a feeling it's a woman fighting a pickle on the boat. And I'll be very upset if that's not the case.
Here are your choices.
Moana. The Hulk sailing with the girl. Why not?
Oh.
Why not?
Hello.
No, that's not what I want. No, I selected the fucking
And
Princess and the
here are
Frogs.
your
I literally just gave somebody 500 points.
Hello.
It was awful. Give me them points, bitch.
Oh.
Still got you points.
Veggie Tales. You had them shitty ass points. Veggie Tales in the chat.
Booze. You just gotta draw booze.
That's a beer? Felix, you should be shot. That was an awful picture.
All the other. Got that streak going.
What kind of beer mug has two handles on it? Whoop, juice through this one, so there's obviously a fucking dick in it. Someone said, Sammy's pretty good at this. He's one of those bad hombres that cheats. That's why. The bad hombres.
Oh. Let's see what people picked.
Hamburger help. Hamburger help.
Hello.
Come on, man. Y'all just giving this man points.
Ooh, Paradox got a lot. There.
Paradox is clean. He got 3,000 points off that.
Yeah.
And now.
I wish you would have seen all the faces. Everybody. Joe Bell, The Hamburger Help, starring Viola Davis.
Here are your choices.
That's a good one. That's nice.
And here are your
kitchen.
picks.
Women. Give me those delicious points. So delicious.
Thank you. It is a gun holster, isn't it? Oh, it's not. No, what the fuck did you draw?
Is it a baby in a bassinet? Man, fuck you, bro. Ain't no fucking way you got that.
DJ with dick butt.
In the chat, after you did that dance, somebody was like, I don't care, you still fat.
Oh, man.
That's not even plugged in.
Come on, man.
You can kiss my fat ass.
You guys are better than that.
No, the fuck they're not. They are not better than that.
You're right, they're not. Who said that?
Somebody said, you still shit, Sammy. Sammy cheating. I'll take my third place.
They're just
Let's
salty.
fucking pair it out.
Enter your title.
Oh, Sam, what is this? share the answers with the answers
The
with
lovely
the class.
Oh. Oh. Let's see what people picked.
Skeleton power. That's right, Juice. You stop Sam from doing shit. That's nice. Goddamn you.
Who picked the shiny? I wanted to pick it, Manny.
Oh, fucking weird.
That's. What? I don't even know what skeleton power
How?
is. So. You doofus. Hey everyone, we hope you liked the show. If you did, give us a like, leave a comment below, and subscribe to Double Toasted on YouTube. You can also find us on twitch.tv, the high score DT, all one word. Mr. Goodwin?
Or you can go over to doubletoasted.com and check out our full videos there. Or also go over to SoundCloud, link in the description. Or you can just sit here and watch us all day because we're going to stare for like the next 3 minutes.
Ready, go.
You should have paused it earlier. Then it would have been 3 minutes. You messed this up.
What?